Welcome, everyone, to episode 17 of Boom Mic Banter. I am Nick. With me today is one of my best friends from fucking forever ago. We'll probably ramble 15 fucking stories about how we've met or some way, shape, or form. But that man that I am lucky enough to have on this podcast today is Alex motherfucking Tabares.
Yo.
T-Bears, how the fuck are you doing?
Do pretty good, man.
One time I want to get a guest on, like, right out the gate. It's like, I am
Just like...
fucking miserable.
I'm terrible.
I don't even want to be here. Fuck you. I don't want any fucking part of it. So on a side note for fucking listeners, it is currently 11 a.m., which doesn't sound that early now, but trust me, it's still early enough where this is the most sober podcast I've been doing.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah, next time we'll definitely alleviate it, but oh god. Yeah, just sipping on some more at the moment. And we're at a different locale. I actually decided to fucking drive around, and we're at your place today. So
yeah, man, thanks for joining me.
I hope, yeah, bro, anytime, please. And it was so funny too, because before the thing even started, when you first hit me up to jump on, I wasn't fucking with you. I swear to God, I was gonna hit you up that day when I was going through guest lists of people. I was just like, God damn it, like I was going through. I was like, I don't know, and like nothing major happened this week, because I usually try to bring on people where, like, if something major happened, then try to shoot the shit.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a dead week, and I was like, who the fuck could I riff with better than, like, anybody about nothing? And I was like, oh, T-Bag. And then you were just like, hey, if you want to have me on, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, the fucking stars aligned, my dude. It was,
I was going through, it was like last week, midweek or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going through like a dearth in like the podcast that I listened to.
Oh, nice.
So I started going through like back through your like the old episodes that I liked and stuff like that. I was like, why the hell haven't I been on one of these?
Yeah, exactly.
I just texted you. I was like, hey, man.
Oh, God. But, so I'm totally right. So just to kick it off randomly, I'm in like 2 weeks. I'm turning 27. Birthday's coming up. Pretty excited.
Right.
But I already am hitting this point where it's like, it's about to be over the hill on the 20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't have an issue with that. I'm not, at least for me at the moment, I'm not freaking out about a number. Knowing me in 2 weeks, I'll be like, start pulling my fucking hair out. But the thing that I don't like is I'm now officially at an age that I don't want to be, because I was with people at a social fucking like house party, keep in mind.
Yeah.
So drinks are happening, everything is cool. And within the first 30 minutes, cracking open a beer, shooting the shit with people, and people are talking about the weather. And that's fine. But they proceed to talk about the weather for 25 minutes.
That's a bit much.
I'm not. It was literally like, yeah, the precipitation was great. Yeah, and you know, it hasn't been as cold. And I seriously, it literally got to the point where, like, I think it was like 20 minutes out, I was just like, I was just screaming. Because I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I need to get the fuck out.
I feel like the only case that's okay if you're like dreading about like global warming like going on. You can just talk about how everything's gonna go to shit. But other than that, if you're just talking about like, oh, it's kind of windy like last Tuesday, that's not cool.
It's just like it's the derpiest small talk that's stretched out forever.
Yeah. It's like that's the base of fucking small talk.
Yeah.
Like, so how's the weather today? Yeah.
But I also, you know what's so funny that you brought that up though too, of like, I feel like for 2019, it's such a 50-50 though if you bring up global warming, because I feel like it's either one, it's a conspiracy theorist sounding thing, but you know what I'm saying though, right. Like of how they're motivated about it, like not how it actually sounds, you know, like where it's just like, oh my god, and this, and then I looked up this thing and I watched this documentary about this thing, and then fucking Greg from down the block was telling me, and just like all that shit. Or it's just you're talking to a bunch of people of common sense, so when you start rambling about it, it's just a bunch of people going, yeah, we're fucked, like
everything's bad.
It's just full like full acceptance of it. It's just like, that's how it's going. So I did want to actually bring up something that I thought was interesting, and you've been teetering with it,
right? Yeah.
Which is live streaming.
Oh, right, yeah.
How has that been going, fellow live streamer? If we can even title ourselves that, because of how.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. I have a good time doing it. We've gone through Halos 1 through 4 so far.
Yeah, every time I keep like jumping in, because you'll reach out and just be like, hey, check it out. And every time I'm noticing, I'm like, fuck, is he on a different game? Like, in the middle of it, I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, shit, I didn't even see him get through the first one. Like, god damn. And then I'm just like, fuck, he's on 3? What the hell's happening?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun time. I love the Halo games. Are some of my favorite games of all time. They're one of like the first games I ever like actually played and got into and stuff like that. Which I mean, at my age, probably wasn't very good. But like my dad,
I wouldn't say it's that bad.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like, I don't know.
Please, even the new Halos are rated T, so...
Oh, that's right.
And it's alien blood. It's all
alien
blue blood.
That's how they got by with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
it doesn't matter when later on you could execute people with swords.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter.
Potato, tomato.
Yeah, but going through all the Halos was certainly an experience, because like Halo 1... I didn't play as much as the other Halos.
Oh, okay.
But going back, I'm like, man, this game's so good, and like stuff like that, and like I'm loving every minute of it. Halo 2 is my favorite game, like one of my favorite games of all time.
Absolutely, hands down. It's so funny though too, because like Halo 2 is like, in my opinion, the quintessential action movie video game.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like it just has all those
like
epic
running
like
through with like 2 like SMGs
yes.
and like shit like that.
It was so just like all they did
flying a bomb through space.
Yeah,
like
they took every moment of just like original Halo and they were like, yeah, but let's make it fucking doper. Like they just kept scrapping every idea and we're like, let's make it fucking cooler.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, hey, remember when you were running around with an automatic weapon? Let's make fucking 2 automatic weapons. And then even like Master Chief too, like he barely has any dialogue, but I think every line he says in the fucking Halo 2 is like a quotable.
Oh, everyone's a fucking like a quip or whatever. It's just the coolest thing. I need a weapon.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, come on, man.
I'm giving their present back to the Covenant.
Giving the Covenant back their bomb. That was another thing. As we were playing through Halo 2, I could like recite like half of all of the voice lines.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The cutscene.
Exactly.
I was like, I'm playing with a friend Decker, and he's like, can you please like stop?
But I feel like it's impossible not. I would do the exact same thing.
It's so good. They're so good. Like,
because even and what's so funny though is too like, because especially with you replaying it now, like in the HD version it looks so much better. But I remember even playing the like when I first played it, and even when I most recently, which was like a couple years back, and I remember like after the game ended, I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like just in Halo 2's ending, I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Because you just have the epic moment of him just in a tube going, I'm gonna finish this war.
This fight.
That's what it is. And I was just like, fuck yeah. And then like the credits are going and I was like, wait, where is Chief? I was just
like, for sure. And that's like, that was the thing playing through Halo 2, like when like for the first like times or whatever, and I would be like, I don't know what the hell's going on right now. Like, but that was cool as shit, man.
That should be Halo's fucking subtitle.
It really should,
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but that was dope.
But then we were going through Halo 3, and it was like each Halo has a specific thing. And Halo 3's was I knew where all of the skulls were.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I was always trying like go and get them.
Well, I think what's because I'm the exact same way. I'm like pretty sure what started that whole thing was like Halo 3 was like almost the peak of at the beginning of YouTube. Gaming, because like back Halo 2 you didn't fucking do that. You know what I mean? Like Halo 3 was that first one of like, yeah, I think I am gonna find everything, and then you'd actually look up shit online, and you didn't have to like ask Jeeves.
Yeah, exactly.
You could YouTube
you didn't
it.
have to map quest where the skulls
were. Yahoo Answers didn't have to give me fucking 8 paragraphs to tell me where that fucking skull is.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, they're so good.
What
come over here and get the skull, and he's like, I don't want the skull.
Like, but it's in the secret, bro. Yeah. Oh god. See, like Halo 2, I more predominantly remember this just secrets and glitches of. Like, I remember, like, the big soccer ball. I remember the scarab gun.
Yeah, the scarab gun.
I remember, like, a bunch of that shit. But, yeah, Halo 3, I remember, like, just things that stand out. Skulls, and then, like, 4 invisible barriers on the way to skulls that will insta-kill you if you go the fucking wrong way. Like, those...
Yeah.
that fucking stands out.
I was gonna say those monkeys on, like, the first mission.
Oh,
with, like,
yeah,
the people faces.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are so freaky. I hate those things.
The two favorite animals I have of Halo are that, and then the just random amalgamation of like emus that they put in Halo Reach.
Yeah.
just
emus just running around.
They're just everywhere. Like, I gunned down more innocent
great.
emus than fucking Covenant in Halo Reach. Like, I still feel
so
fucking terrible about it. I think there, actually, now that I think about it, I think there is an achievement for, like, not killing, or killing 10.
Killing 10 of them.
I think so, in, like, one of the
Something
fucking
like
levels
that.
or something. God damn. So what's the next conquest? Do you have a plan yet?
Well, we're gonna do Halo 5.
Makes
We
sense.
just like downloaded it, but we just beat Halo 4, and all of Halo 4 was just us both just shitting on the game because we both hate it. It's oh man, I can't do it with fucking like Cortana and everything.
Well, I was gonna say, like, my whole thing is, like, it bums me out so much because Halo 4 had such a good step and such an equally bad one. Because for me, like, I'm glad they tried to flesh out Master Chief. Like, I'm glad they tried to give him character. Like, a running joke that I always make about the game is, like, Master Chief says more in Halo 4 than he does in every Halo game combined.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, he actually has proper dialogue, and you kind of are understanding where he's coming from. But then at the same time, I was like, there was kind of, like, an implied pseudo relationship with Cortana.
Yeah.
But then, like, 343's like, no, he wants to fuck his
he wants
AI,
to
man.
fuck, like, he needs to have sex with his
Yeah,
new
he
girl.
needs to bang this digital naked blue chick.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. Like, I mean, because we
Like,
played
I
so many
guess.
games, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
all right, okay, like, cool, this is happening. And then even, like, the ending, I was like, okay, it ended. It's cool.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
5
it
is
ended,
like,
yeah.
no, now she's a bitch. And I was like,
I've never actually played 5.
oh, see, okay, I'm gonna say this: if you didn't like 4, you're gonna fucking hate 5.
no.
I mean, you're gonna because I was okay. Well, like, so, and then the other mixed thing I had with 4. So, like, as a story, I was running with it. The gameplay was pissing me off. I hated all the
I
fucking
hate those
whatever the new
Prometheans.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I fucking hate all their shit.
Me too.
All their
Oh,
shit
yeah.
feels like,
It's so bad. It's just worse human stuff.
well, I was gonna say it felt like every gun for me felt like a shittier Needler. Like, it felt like a Needler if they took down the damage and put like a
Kind
fourth.
of.
Because I just feel like you're just pissing through like 86 more bullets.
Yeah.
And doing
yeah,
no
that's exactly
damage.
what it
Like,
is, yeah.
it felt like it's all those were like BB guns. Like, I was just compared to like
hated all
fucking
of those
assault
weapons,
rifles and
yeah.
all that.
So bad.
I think the only one that was good, I think there was like a sniper rifle or some bullshit.
Yeah, the sniper rifle
Yep.
is pretty badass.
That's
yeah.
the only good one. Because yet
That
again,
one's
that's like
cool.
a one shot,
Yeah,
one
because
kill.
it's a regular sniper.
fuck-
Like,
yeah.
you could put any skin on it. It's just a fucking sniper, you know?
Probably one. All they did, they were like, well, fuck, we'll lose the bullet stream that the human one
Yeah.
has.
And just make it a
And we'll
laser.
just, yeah. All the
Yeah.
Promethean shit's like, yeah, let's just reskin the gun, but have a bunch of floating parts
Yeah,
on
make it like magnet together or whatever.
Yeah.
For some reason. Who cares? I love-
Halo 4's Promethean meme should have just been magnets.
For real, yeah. It's just so like, I don't know. Like, just kind of as a concept, like, I get why they do it. But
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense how it's like the Prometheans have all the same guns as like the humans, you know?
Oh,
Like,
totally.
they've got a pistol, like an assault rifle, BR, and like a...
Well, exactly. Like, at least when we had like Human and Covenant, there was
like different
kind
stuff.
of
It was,
the
like,
same.
kind of
You had
different.
kind of the same like weapon category, but you definitely didn't feel like
No.
the same type of bullet type
Yeah.
setup was even the same. Like, even a pistol compared to a plasma pistol,
Oh,
completely different,
It's
even though they're
huge
both
difference.
labeled pistols.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly,
Like,
yeah.
versatility, what the fuck you could
It's
do.
such a different, and they looked so different too. And that's
Mm-hmm.
like with you have the plasma rifle and
Yeah.
then the assault rifle, it's just essentially the same thing.
Yep.
But they're skinned so
But they look
differently that
dope.
they just
That they
it's just
each
so different.
respectively
And it's
look
like
cool as
running on a
fuck.
battery versus running through like ammo and stuff like that was a difference too. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
And then Prometheans had magnets.
And yeah, Prometheans just they came through with their magnets and fucking.
See, if it makes you feel a little bit better, Halo 5... I mean, like, I don't want to spoil stuff for you, but, like, Halo 5 just scraps that, and then they definitely bring it back to Covenant, because they realized everyone hated the Prometheans, so they bring that.
Oh,
And-
okay.
but that's also my thing, though, for the story. Like,
Like
I
why is it
almost...
the Covenant.
Well, like, but even to back that up, like, I wanted if we were gonna give Chief more dialogue, I wanted him to still be like his same action movie thing. I just wanted him in 4 to be way more like meta, like just like Promethean show up and him be like, how the fuck did no one know?
Yeah.
We blew up. We blew up 2 Halo rings, and these motherfuckers
guys have just been chilling out
there. There's been like 3 threats on the fucking galaxy, and like these motherfuckers now show up with some human skulls underneath, going like, "Hey, what the fuck's up?"
God, that guy, the boss or
the
whatever,
main dude,
the die deck or whatever. Oh, he sucks, dude. Man, he's just like.
Come on, you don't like the final boss fight where there isn't
incredible.
one, and then a bunch of naked Cortanas hold him down?
Like, what the heck, man?
I can't believe, like, I mean, we see how many millions of spoof videos. I can't believe there's not one video made out there yet where, like, just a bunch of naked Cortanas on him going, I'm holding him down. He's just like, oh no, I'm fighting.
I'm super not into this.
It's Chief like a gun. Yeah, why don't you go kill some of my peons? Go fuck off for a little bit. Start smoking a cigarette.
Give me like 20. Like, just come on.
Me and Cortana gotta talk. Yeah, we gotta talk about it a little bit. That's like the low key secret ending. Cortana's like, no, Master Chief, I'm dying. I'm splitting up. I can't.
The rest of me's down there.
Yeah, she's just banging the die deck the whole time.
Oh my god.
No, it can't. Chief's like, no, but I mean, you're AI, so like, I'll just put you back in the chair. No, Chief, I have to disable the computer for science reasons.
That's like another one of the other things where I just feel like they just like would make up words.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, use for like.
Dude,
like, I guess.
I feel like every fucking sci-fi thing does that. Like, oh my, I'm so glad you actually said that. So I just shameless plug. I just was live streaming Control, so I just started playing that last night. So not to like jump into Control entirely, but the game's pretty cool. Sci-fi setup. The only problem I have is it's a $60 game and it has load times like it's a $30 game. Oh, that's my only gripe. Other than that, it's pretty good. But it's this whole thing about like what is real, what isn't real, what the fuck is going on in your brain.
Sure.
It's super fucking sci-fi about shit. And the whole like there's this one epic like big cutscene where this guy who's kind of like a fucking like G-Man of Half-Life almost, if that kind of puts it in a perspective, like he'll just jump in out of nowhere and then just be like, no, not even. He won't do anything, but he'll explain, like, he'll lore dump the shit out of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, not the cool part of G-Men, the boring part. So he'll just start talking about, like, meta shit. And for this game, the main character, she'll have, like, her own internal dialogue, like, in between dialogue happening. So he's just saying all this shit. Like, of just, like, we have to do this thing in this chemical reactor and the way the brain impulses. And even in the back of her mind, she's just like, okay, he said a lot of shit, so I think I'm just gonna go to the thing and then do this. And in my like, and I giggled about it in the moment, but then I was thinking about it. I'm like, why does the game even bother writing this?
Yeah.
If the main character doesn't even give a fuck about it, and like, and keep in mind, like, this is the first time I was playing the game. I'm 2 hours in. So even like, I'm like, okay, so already the main character doesn't understand or doesn't give a fuck what's happening.
Yeah.
So then why the fuck am I even listening? Like, why the fuck do I even care about it then? Like, is this going to be some... And I mean, I haven't beaten it, but I don't think it's going to be one of those things of like, remember when the fucking guy said that one sentence 36 years ago? Yeah, that's important now because it, like, this game doesn't seem like it's going to be like that big of a plot twist or anything. So I'm just kind of like, why are they lore dumping so much when nobody gives a shit?
That's like
or it's not even lore dumping, it's just science words to sound smart.
That's what that's just one of the things that having like waypoints in games lets you do. Because you can just put like a little dot on a thing and just be like, yeah, the person just instinctively knows to go here. You can just say whatever about it. Like, and like Halo, you just be like, we need to triangulate like the sensors between like blah 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 and all this. Like, the hoodie goes in the like the blah, and it's just like, I don't know, I don't understand any of that. And just okay, there's a there's a triangle on the thing.
It's it's that mix of like, because I constantly have that struggle with it. Like a game I played a while back was like Bloodstained. And I love it because they go, first of all, more old school. So like to get, number one, to get the true and even like real ending of the game is a total secret. you have to essentially get a secret weapon that like they don't tell you about.
Yeah.
That's in a secret place, and then while you're fighting a boss, have to use that weapon on an item in the background of a map while you're fighting a boss. Like there's like a background screen, and you literally have to like cut a certain thing. So I don't want to spoil it for people, but like you literally cut a certain object with that secret weapon, and then that's what opens up like a whole other area, and then opens a true ending of the game. The game doesn't tell you that. It gives you like a couple subtle hints, but it goes back to that old school kind of RPG of like figure it the fuck out. There's no waypoints. Like fuck off, dude. Like you can explore wherever you want, and I like that, and it was very refreshing because we have games now. Because don't get me wrong, I do think if you're trying to make it easier for players, or especially trying to open up, like put in a waypoint, make it easy. But like just like you said, it's more frustrating when they put up the waypoint before they're even explaining it. They're like, hey, let me cross-reference, and then like the blip's already there. You're like, bitch, I'm already there. Like, I'm waiting for the dialogue. I'm waiting for the dialogue to end so I can press A on the new character.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when you triangulate the positions and get the fucking bitch to do a thing, I'm just like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm already here. I ran here.
Come on, yeah, exactly.
I already have my boots of maximum swiftness. I already knew to sprint, start glitch jumping past a fucking mountain. But
God.
Oh, crazy. Speaking of games, though, by the way, and it doesn't have to be live stream or anything important. I have an idea of a game that you're probably the most hype of.
Oh, you know what it is.
It's the Monster Hunter. Yeah,
I
was that.
For sure.
So, first of all, I'm already surprised that the expansion is $60. I keep thinking the expansion was going to be like $40.
Expansion is $40.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so, on a complete side note then, GameStop could not make it more confusing of me trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with it.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Do you want me to give you the rundown?
Good. No, so I'm glad. So the okay, so then the standalone expansion is $40, so I'm not taking crazy pills. But then the problem is, they have a GameStop exclusive edition, which has the Steelbook, and a standalone, is it standalone?
It's the base game, plus the expansion.
I thought that's the Master Edition.
No, the Master Edition is just like, you need to beat the base game to get the Master Edition. Yeah, the Master Edition is just the 40 like expansion.
Okay.
But they're re-releasing it for like people who don't have both.
Okay.
Or people who haven't had.
Yeah. Okay, because that makes a lot more sense. Because I was just like, what the actual fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make me feel as bad. But dude, it looks fucking bananas.
Oh my god, it looks incredible. I lose my shit every time they release a trailer. So they drop. Oh my god, like in every single trailer, it's like a new monster. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like,
well, the new monsters look dope. Even the other thing, which I was like, whoa, it really kind of changes the game. Even on older Monster Hunters, is the whole grappling mechanic now.
Claw, yeah.
Fuck.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Do that while fucking like weapons are unsheathed and shit. You start fucking Batmaning.
That's gonna be crazy. Like, people are gonna do that all the time, like nonstop. Like, it's just so like broken or anything. Like, you just do it whenever, and it's just so powerful.
It looks fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, and especially from like, at least from me who was like dual blading, because I'm definitely gonna, because my thing is I want to get back into it.
Yeah.
But there's at least at the present moment, there's just too much shit. Because like for me, I have like, so I want to get through Control because I started that.
Right.
The kind of like game that's a game but not really going to be a game. I'm going to beat it in like 2 days. Is Man of Medan. I want to play that because I always love those.
That's the one by those other people.
The same people who did Until
Dawn. Yeah. Right.
And I was like, I fucking loved that. I did like every possible ending. I saved everybody. I killed everybody in that one. I fucking did. I got all the fucking tiki totems. I got like all that shit. So I'm hyped for this one. And on top of it too, like I'm still thinking about it in the works. But I want to possibly try to do a thing of I'm gonna try to experiment with it. I don't know how well it's gonna go. I might want to try to do a live stream setup, but have it do like the movie night mode.
Oh yeah.
So I have like a bunch of us over, and then just have all of us fucking like request for it, like and do the fucking So I'm thinking about trying something like that. I don't know how well it's gonna go, but I might just do a solo playthrough. Who the fuck knows?
I mean, you can always just do both.
Yeah, it's very true. Options. But then right after that, it's fucking Gears, and right after that, it's fucking Borderlands. Once Borderlands hits, I'm fucked for like a month and a half. Like, easy.
Yeah. See, those are two games I never got into.
Really? Yeah. Well, Gears I understand. I'm shocked you haven't played Borderlands.
No. I just like, I don't know. I just never got around to it. It's just a bus that I miss.
I feel that.
It was like, I don't know, because so much of our time not like our time,
Yeah, yeah.
but
That was you almost got real preachy.
yeah.
Time as man.
Time as a construct. But like, you know, like the four friends I was like always playing video games with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was like either just Halo 3 multiplayer or like fucking around in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
or like Guitar Hero, of course.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Because that
god.
was the heyday.
Please, are you kidding? I still like. I think I'm the only person I know that I just picked up like Rock Band again like last week.
Yeah. Oh,
just for shits and gigs. I fucking love it. I seriously can't get enough.
Speaking of Guitar Hero, do you like my cup?
Oh my god. So for listeners, it says in the Guitar Hero type style.
It's a coffee mug.
Yeah, it's a coffee mug. That says Grandpa Hero. Did you get it for your grandpa?
No, someone got it for him. I don't know.
Oh.
I think it was just like my grandma saw it at like a yard sale.
This is hilarious.
So fucking funny. I love
Holy
it.
fucking and now it is passed on to you.
Yeah. Now it's just you. I'm my grandpa
Oh
hero.
god. But dude, that'd be so going back a sec. I think now cutting back to when I have those boring conversations with people about the weather and shit, I think I'm gonna, if I don't give a fuck about the person, I think I'm gonna now be that guy. I'm just gonna bring up like like if they're like, yeah, but like fucking tomorrow, like it's gonna be really sunny, I'm gonna be like, but what is time?
Yeah.
Really? Just
When we say tomorrow, what are we talking about? You know, like the tomorrow of our minds or the tomorrow of yesteryear. Just completely go off, start making no sense. Like, see if you can get them to like agree with you and be like,
oh,
that's
dude.
like, wow, that's deep, dude. Like, man.
I will say though, like the older I've been getting to, the less I can get down with people's shit.
Oh yeah.
Because like even a couple years back, you know what it is? The main thing it comes down to is whether I have somebody with me that I can look at. That can like someone like you, where we can both look at each other and be like, "Oh, this is gonna be great," yeah, or like, "This is gonna be fucking stupid."
Faces, yeah.
Just look between each other and go like, "This is the dumbest person we've ever met." But when it's by myself, I can't fucking stand it. There was, okay, so oh my god, I'm gonna ramble about this.
No, let's go.
So, the last time I was at like a big like group outing, there was this chick who started talking to me, and she was like, first of all, single, fairly attractive.
Sure.
Used to be a model, which I was like,
wow.
whoa, I was like, holy shit. So we started having a conversation, and this is gonna sound terrible because I'm not trying to stereotype people, but she was just one of those girls that's that's just clearly too pretty. In the sense of no one has told her to like either shut the fuck up or like she's wrong. You know what I mean? Because she just started talking and was just like, so she got into like science conspiracy theories. And so like, you know, a background on this, and just for listeners, I've had a parent die of cancer, and I've had cancer orbited around my fucking sad existence for a long enough period of time. And don't know how the conversation started.
Oh, man.
But literally, someone in the room was talking about sunscreen. That's all they said. I think somebody was sunburned. I think like that's how the fuck it started. Sure. And she was just like, I mean, yeah, but like you could wear sunscreen, but that's just like, first of all, completely idiotic. And also, you're just putting a chemical that's just going to bake on top of your skin, and then literally, so I do the thing where like I look around the room, and everyone, you could tell like everyone got like a bad taste in their mouth, like with food, like they kind of just looked and went like, ugh, but like they're not saying anything about
you're
it.
Looking for the one person that's like,
what the fuck?
Yeah,
or just giving full stank face.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna take the crazy pill. I'm gonna be the asshole. So of course I just like, you know, mentally raise my hand. I'm just like, what?
Hold on.
Why don't you tell me more about that?
Could
She
you
was
please
just like,
expound.
yeah, and she was just like, yeah, it's just the chemicals, and it's just you're baking them on your skin, and then on top of that, I don't even understand why sunscreen exists. She backs it up even further. She blows it up even further. T-Bears, I shit you not. She didn't go this far. I was waiting for her to even go like, I just think sunscreen's a lie. Like, I think sunscreen's just hand cream that people are rubbing on their bodies. No, but she went
Like some Alex Jones shit.
yeah,
Like, oh
she went as so far, but she went a different route. She went she went, and on top of that, I don't even know why it exists, because back when the Mayans were around,
oh my god,
they didn't have sunscreen, and they didn't get sun cancer and all this fucking shit.
And all they did was praise the sun. So.
Yeah, exactly. So what the fuck? And I literally was like, holy fucking Christ.
God,
so like for like 2 minutes I just was like, that was said.
That's
I'm not fucking with
crazy.
you. That was verbally said out loud.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, well, on top of the fucking 8 million reasons why you're wrong, just to jump on the Mayans.
You know,
that might
they
be...
had great life expectancy.
Thank you.
Then,
That's exactly what I said. I said on top of Mayans dying at, average lifespan
like
of just
30.
ballparking 30s, maybe 20s.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they lived really great lives.
Man,
so
that's awesome.
with just no sunscreen whatsoever.
That's so
it was
great.
in fucking insane. So yeah, so I pretty much like called her on it, and she was just like, I think I know some things about some medical stuff. And I was like, well, I have no degrees whatsoever, but I was like, from someone who has spent easily a couple months doing different forms of cancer research, you're fucking dumb. It's just like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, and then just like a couple people were like,
Man.
wow, you really put her in check. I was like, someone should have put her in check.
Yeah, please.
Who's letting her say these things out loud? And then all I kept picturing, which this probably isn't true, but like I could only picture her like back in her like modeling fucking time, just saying this shit. And they're just like, yeah, great.
Like, yeah,
Can you turn and pick up the ice cream and open your mouth? Like, just like, just, it's like, that's, so for me, like, I got really mad about it, and then that's where it evened out. Like,
Yeah.
like, she's just like, well, I think Martians, like, are at our planet on a daily basis. That's great, Trixie. Now, when you sit on the traffic cone, can you have a surprise face while happening? So I try now to like think of where they've come from, or at least like how that's my most entertaining thing now, is like trying to figure out how they got that stupid.
Yeah.
Like how many doors they had to work through to become
Yeah, where did they come from?
this fucking derpy.
Where did they go?
No one might like that bitch's favorite song is Cotton Eye Joe.
Well, how could it not be?
She just loves hoedowns and
So
hates
good.
sunscreen.
There's two things I know in this world. Holdouts are great and sunscreen is bad.
And I feel like that's gonna be the next like album title of the best indie band of all time. Or those are like two individual songs.
Fucking Lord. That's great.
Oh fuck. Or no, better, the album is called The Mayans. And then it's like, what the fuck is this about, sunscreen?
I don't get any of this.
Fucking you're going really in. I thought this was a timepiece, and this is not. There's so much confusion. I'm so lost in the fucking void. But yeah, that's like the shit I've been dealing with lately.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, exactly. And like it wasn't, and of course, like it wasn't a date or anything because we were at a big social gathering and stuff. That was the dumbest one I've had. But just even still being single and fucking out there for me, it's just been like, it hasn't. You know what? Like everybody has fucking horror stories. For me, it hasn't been terrible. It's just,
Yeah.
I feel like it's just how it like.
Whatever.
It's I keep getting that like feeling at this point where if I'm gonna talk to a girl and like we're having a conversation, it's either gonna be cool, and then it's like the total 50-50 coin flip of like, okay, we're not interested in each other, but are we at least attracted enough to do this? Or are we just gonna shake hands and have our merry way? Or you get like totally interested and then you act like a toddler and then you're both like, I do that. I do that
pizza?
too.
I like pizza.
It's like for me, it's been those two. I haven't had like the absolute like worst fucking
worst
like
thing ever.
the worst fucking thing of all time.
Good.
Yeah, which has been good. And I was telling you too before we were recording, like I keep, and this has just been lately. It hasn't been. It's, you know what? It started. It's my own fault. It started when I did my first solo podcast. Because I was in my brain, I was like, cool, I'm gonna record it, and which was fine.
Yeah.
But I've been like, just like once a week or like once every other week, I keep just hanging out. Like it's like no, like either nobody can chill or like I just wanted to like hang out for the night, and then I'll just either like watch something sentimental, or just like even just hang out. Just like not have a distraction, like not even watch TV and just like sit and just like chill for a little bit, and maybe read. I'm not like sitting there like a leper, fucking staring at a wall,
staring at your wall like.
You're just like, well, Nick, that's your problem. Stop being a fucking freak and do something.
Like, Nick, I think you have some issues.
And then if I was doing that, that's where I'd be super meta. That's where I'd be like, what is time?
Staring at your pop wall.
No, it'd be better because there's a space where the pops aren't. I'm staring at the blank space in between. Make it like a sad metaphor. Like there's
a piece of
like,
the pop wall.
Like 2019 romantic movie. There's a pop wall, and there's so many pops, and they're so awesome. But I'm the blank space. I feel like I'm the blank space.
And you find the girl who's got the exact setup of pops that's like perfect for the space.
She just as she's hearing it, she cries and then places a pop.
You go to her place and like you wake up in the morning and you like see on her wall, it's like, what is that? It's just the tower with the space. Like, well, that's what I've been looking for.
The romantic line too, like they're both in tears, holding each other's hands. You're my pop.
Oh no!
You had me at Funko.
You're the chase I was looking for.
These are horrible taglines.
Yeah.
Are you glow in the dark because you've been shining through this night sky? Oh, Christ. What makes you feel better, Tabares? Top of that Funko judgment. I've been actually getting through a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
I've been selling through a lot.
Wow.
Selling through a lot.
Nice.
My whole sub-stairs fucking side wall, because I still have the big wall.
Yeah,
of course. Not gonna be a fucking loser. But the whole side wall where I had like too many of them, I got rid of. I put up a new bookshelf to funnel my way better and bigger addiction, which is manga and anime statues. So
addiction?
That was
Oh. I was like,
where did you take that? Your face. That's the only. I haven't seen you do a straight face like that in so fucking long. Holy fuck. I might as well have told you I like snorted crack. Like you were just like, dude.
I
what
thought you
the
were saying
fuck?
like your special like addition stuff.
Oh,
Like in my head, addiction wasn't a word.
it's like, what the fuck?
You just put dick in the word addiction.
You thought I was trying to be like fancy, like I made up a fucking word. See, that proves right now how early it is for us, where our brains aren't fucking working. Oh my fucking god. I thought the way you started explaining it first, I thought you took it as I bought a bookshelf to just put the special pops on. Like I just got
that's exactly what I thought in my head.
And
like
then you put dick in it. Fucking idiot. Talk about some bitch in sunscreen. This dipshit bought a bookshelf
Can't
first.
even say the word addition.
What an idiot. Oh, fucking Christ.
Whoops.
But yeah, so anyway, not that bad.
Right.
so anyway, still did a nerd thing, but a more normal-esque thing. But oh fucking Christ, dude, my fucking face hurts from that. Oh my god.
Hot.
Yeah, I am lukewarm and bothered by that one. Oh fucking shit. Oh god, but Oh, I was planning to ask you this, and I guess now's the most appropriate time for it.
Sure.
So obviously we had to record this podcast at a kind of different timing because obviously you do the what is it, third shift or midnight shift?
It's twilight shift.
Twilight shift. Thank you. How the fuck does that go? Like how has that been going?
Just like working at a different time.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's not that different from when I worked at GameStop. I guess I still technically work there, but like...
Yeah, not like as much.
Yeah. But,
You're definitely part-time at GameStop.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, it's the same thing, like, just closing. Because I would always just close all the time. Mm-hmm. Because I'd be, like, doing shit in the morning. But... And then it's no different because it's essentially the same times, you know, that, I'm going in at, like, 2 or, like, 3 or stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I get out around, like... 10 or so, but
Okay, that's not too bad.
But yeah, it's just the same thing. Like, it's because what I was doing like last summer and the summer before was like morning stuff. Like I get up at like 6 or like 7 and stuff like that. But then I get home around like 5 and I'd like have like the rest of the day to like do stuff or go to the gym or whatever.
Which is cool, but I feel like I might be very wrong with this, but I would consider both of us more night owls
100%
than morning people.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but it's, you adjust to it.
Yeah. You figure it out.
That took more adjusting than going back to where I am now.
Yeah.
Because I can just
exactly.
like I go to sleep and I wake up whenever, which is fucking great.
God damn it!
Gotta love it.
Fucking envious as shit.
Yeah.
God damn. Because I don't know if you feel that way. Like that's the one thing though that bothers me about like the 50-50 of it, because like the thing is I'm obviously more of a night owl. I will stay up till 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning on most nights just because like that's where my brain's at, and not because of anything bad either, like just shooting the shit or just mentally going through stuff. And like, but I can still wake up in the morning and be functional. I don't understand. There's some people I know that call themselves morning people, but they're like, oh, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. And I'm like, that doesn't make you... You're not a morning person then. Like, compute, that's not... Morning people should be walking with, like, a fucking spring in their step being like, yay! Like, that's what I still picture. Rising. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, every morning should be a Disney musical for morning people. Because I can wake up... Like, I'm obviously more of, like, a night owl, but, like, I'll still wake up.
Oh, you can, yeah. Like,
exactly.
If you got, like, a flight in the morning or something like that.
Or, like it doesn't even have to be an emergency. Like, I'll just wake up and I can physically get up out of bed.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind because I know, like, a lot of people that will, like, either set 15 snoozes or... That fucking drives me
Fucking Sarah does that.
That must be...
Oh, man. It literally destroys my soul.
Well, I was going to say, for her on her own, that can't be that bad. When you guys are, like, crashing together, that must be a fucking nightmare.
I give her such shit, like, every time.
Do you just wake up on the first one and then just shake
her?
Of course
I do. Yeah, of course I wake up, because the phone is right next to my head, and it's like... oh, man. She just, like... I don't know if she ignores it. She normally gets up and, like, she'll hit it. But then she goes back to sleep.
It blows my mind.
Why do you even do this?
Like... Also, too, I'm so envious of people that can go back to bed within, like, 10 to 15 minutes.
See, yeah, I can do that if I just, like, woke up out of nowhere. Yeah, out of, like, a sleep.
Yes, if something, like, bumped in the middle of the night and you just went, huh. And then, like, you're cool, but if I'm physically, like, if I had to move, probably, like, if I had to get up and go
to the bathroom or something.
Yeah, like, it's easily going to take me, like, 20 to 30 minutes to actually fall back asleep.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And it's, it's such a struggle, because it takes me, like, an hour to fall asleep just normally.
Oh, 100%.
Like, all the time.
Abso-fucking-lutely. That's always that's always the joke that I have of, like, okay, I'm going to go to bed, like, at 2. But I'm really not going to fall asleep until 3:30, so that's how that fucking goes. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing to hear that from other people, because, like...
For sure, yeah.
I don't know, do you know Wilden?
Yeah, I've met him, like, once
couple
or twice,
times.
Yeah.
Wilden's a fucking anomaly. He will go to sleep... First of all, he will take a nap anywhere. I'm talking anywhere, anytime.
That's awesome.
And he's capable of doing micro naps. Which, when I first even heard it, I thought that was, like, a joke. But it's not.
Mm-mm.
He will literally just set an alarm for 10 minutes from now.
10 minutes.
And then literally just sit. Like, he could be sitting right there, like, while we're talking, while we're screaming or yelling or some shit. And then just... And I mean, like...
Heck?
I mean, he'll just lock his phone, put it down, and then out. I mean,
That's
like,
crazy.
it's phenomenal.
Man,
it
that's
blows
like
my
a
mind.
superpower.
Exactly. I was like, I want your
Holy
gift.
crap. Yeah, for real. I'm so envious of like my dad can just like fall asleep anywhere, just like right away.
I can't.
Like
I
within
can't
minutes,
fucking
and
do
he's
it.
like snoring. I'm like, come on, man.
If I'm not, especially like, yeah, if I'm not in, first of all, if I'm not in my own bed, I'm already gonna take longer than normal. Like it's already, and
Yeah,
I take
like-
an hour
like
in
on,
my
like,
own
a
bed.
couch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I take an hour there on top of being in a different situation. Yeah, it's gonna take me like way longer, and then most of the time it's not even comfortable.
No, yeah.
Because I'll
So you're,
spook,
like, on a
I'll
couch or
spook
something,
myself
like,
in the middle of the
yeah.
night or something, and I'm just
Oh.
like, oh, fuck, and then
Where
I'm
am
like,
I? Oh no! Like the dread sinks in.
Oh,
And
no.
I have to fall asleep again.
you're like, there's a bump in the middle of the night. You wake up at 5 a.m. and you're just like, well, I got 2 hours of sleep, and that's all I'm getting. Now to lay with my eyes closed for 4 hours.
Yeah, so much fun. God.
Oh fuck! But yeah, he fucking blows my mind with that shit, dude. It's phenomenal.
It's crazy.
I'm super fucking envious. It's nuts. Oh fucking Christ. Oh goddamn. Well, T-Bears, we're coming up on just a little bit under an hour,
Okay.
so I think now's a good time to riggedy wrap it up. Thank you so goddamn much for having me over.
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for
having me on your podcast.
Thanks for being on. Next time we're gonna get fucking probably hammered as shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's the goal.
Riff about something, or next time too. Now I'm thinking about next time we should have Sarah on.
Oh, we should. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Talk about some shit. If anything, it's I want to personally try to set a timer of I'm gonna give it 15 minutes where we start rambling and then just start
She's
going
like,
in on a
"Shut
joke.
up."
And just fucking
It's like, this is
stop
so
it.
dumb.
I'm gonna put for that setup. I'm gonna have the mic just a little bit closer to her,
Just
just so
like-
while we're
and shit, like,
screaming,
yeah.
just be like, "This is fucking dumb."
You guys are stupid. You always just kill a joke.
Do you guys like making things not funny anymore? That's terrible. We're making her sound like a bitch.
I know, right?
She's
No, I love her. She's great. So she just always gives us shit for that.
Oh god. Oh, speaking of which, just on a really quick side of them, I'm
Sure.
actually gonna wrap it up. Is just out of actual curiosity, is Sarah still like? I know like she's out there. Is she planning on moving back? We still don't know what's happening.
She's still, looking for
Still in between with shit.
in
That
between
makes
looking
sense.
for like a new job.
I was about to say, I know looking for jobs, like a fucking, myself included, is a fucking horrific pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's a
We've,
fucking everyday struggle.
Yeah, we've all
Yeah.
been there.
So it's like where she gets a job. and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
exactly.
so-
Yeah, pretty much a coin flip at
Exactly.
this point.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right, well, T-Bears, thank you so much again. I
Sure.
love you to death, my dude.
Love you too, man.
And on that note, everybody, good evening, good night, and good luck.